Eric Deck with the Athens Messenger. Parker, I kind of just first want to ask you, was it kind of the whole plan for you and CJ to kind of split reps and just kind of how that come about?
Yeah, coach told me kind of middle of the week that we'll be sharing some reps. Kind of want to give us both some opportunities there, so that's just kind of what he told me.
And then what did you just kind of see on the field today? What did you just think of your performance?
Yeah, there's some good, some bad, some stuff to learn from. It feels good just being out there, be able to get that experience, and have those plays on film to learn from and improve on. So, yeah.
Thanks.
Aiden Crowley with WIB Parker. We'll stick with you. How did it feel, I guess, just to be back on the field? Obviously, sidelined last year with injury. What did it mean to be back out there?
Yeah, it was awesome. With the elbow, that was a pretty long recovery time. So it felt great to get an opportunity out there and be with the guys, and just running around. All of that. It's the small things that you miss, and so it was a great feeling.
I'm Bobby Gorbert from the Post. Bryce, could you kind of take me through that interception? It looked like they were trying to set up a screen. It looked like the ball kind of disappeared for a second. Can you just take me through that play?
Yeah. I kind of bit a little bit because they did show a little run action. So I kind of stepped up a little bit, and I saw his eyes get kind of wide, and I thought he was behind me. So I just jumped up to get in the way, and it kind of just got stuck in my arm. So that's kind of what happened.
And then Bryce, we'll stick with you, I guess, again. Another game with double-digit tackles. It seems like you're kind of having a chip on your shoulder. What are you trying to prove this season?
I think, just to back up on everybody on the defensive side of the ball, we all just kind of feel like we've been overlooked as far as, accolades and preseason polls and all these different types of things like that. And we just want to let everybody know that, we're coming for it all this year.
Bobby Keegan with the Post. So we'll move to CA. You guys had a clear emphasis on the run game today. So how does that affect the way that you prepare for the game and just how you approach the game as a whole?
I feel like I still approach the game the same. Practice all week, just going hard whenever I get the ball. Even whenever I don't get the ball, working on my blocking, working on my catching. I feel like I approach it the same way, just taking care of my body probably more throughout the week, knowing that going into the game, knowing that we're going to run the ball more. But I really take my preparation the same every week, going hard every week in practice, making sure my body's right. So, yeah, same approach.
Bryce, a key focus, kind of the defense that you guys have been talking about all summer was wanting to start off the year strong.
Mm-hmm.
So 20 points last week, 10 points this week.
Mm-hmm.
What's just working so well on the defensive side of the ball?
I would just say, we're playing with confidence this year. Coming from Coach Nowinski's playbook, and last year, we were kind of getting into the things of learning the playbook while we're also playing on the field. So, it's just a whole year underneath our belt. We're starting to get comfortable with the formations and knowing how he's going to call the plays. So it's just kind of playing off our coaches and our coaches trusting us to make the plays.
And then CA, obviously you still have the workhorse role as the running back, but having O'Shawn Allison back to kind of take a little bit of pressure off of you, what's that been like as you two kind of work with each other?
It's been real good. Ever since I even got here, freshman year, me and O been real close. He from the East Coast just like me, so we just clicked as soon as I got here. So it's just been real good, that 1-2. O doing his thing. I love O for sure. He a real good running back.
Mm-hmm.
And CA, 107 yards on 19 carries. What was just working so well for you today?
I feel like just me being able to read my blocks. O-line did they thing today, so being able to read my blocks and then just bursting, just getting to where I gotta go, seeing what the defense gives me and taking it, not trying to do too much. Like I said, taking what the defense gives me, and my O-line, my Parker running too, so they keying on him. And just that.
And then I believe that's 7-0 now. This is for anyone. I believe that's 7-0 now at the Frank.
Mm-hmm.
What makes playing at this field so special, and why is it so important for you guys to defend it?
I would just say, it's just kind of the standard that we put on ourselves. We already established that last year that we wouldn't want to lose on the Frank, and that's just something that we bring into a standard that we know that's just something that is an expectation that we won't go underneath. So it's kind of fun to always be back and be able to see the hometown crowd and stuff like that, but we know what we're supposed to do when we're on our home field.
Well, everybody looks like they've got a little sun on their face today. It was a great atmosphere. I want to start by obviously thanking Director Cromer and her staff, Sarah, Mike. I mean, it was just when I think the game day experience here can't get any better after it's my 19th season. It does. And she's definitely, with the help of a lot of people, Peyton Stadium has never looked any better. And I will shout it on the rooftops. I mean, the game day experience here is, I'm not even sure if my kids came into the stadium today. I didn't even see them yet. I mean, they're probably still in the parking lot. With all the activities, and I got a chance to walk across the street with the team for pregame today. Saw the president over there, great group. I mean, it's just really, really awesome. And I'm very fortunate to be serving this program under great leadership. As Ron Cooper, the head coach, a tip of a hat, his team had some great things to say about Director Cromer, and I couldn't agree more. So on the game, on the Frank, in front of those fans today, is hot now, which is great for us. Sometimes you like to play perfect and play a little bit better. Some days you don't have your best 11 out there. That's kind of where we were on offense. But all three phases, I thought we made a huge jump from first game to second game. Normally you do. I challenged the football team today, and they did it. There's a lot of positives with the number of guys that played, particularly on offense. So, one at a time, we're on this journey. It's already week 2. We're going to keep being a bunch of over-believers and take them one at a time. 24 hours, we're going to enjoy this. And then I'll say on Adonis, I have not spoken with the trainers yet. Got a chance to speak with Matthias on the field, and he was conscious. We were obviously being super careful, and I'll know more Monday morning. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Okay, please introduce yourself before you ask your first question.
Eric Deck with the Athens Messenger. I'll get to the games, but I kind of want to ask, on Monday, you tell us that Curtis was on schedule to play today. What kind of happened in between Monday and today, and what kind of went through?
Yeah, Monday morning at 11 o'clock, it's what it was. And afternoon, Curtis came over to see our staff. It changed, and then we were like day to day. And it just didn't progress the way that they thought. It was, I'll repeat what I said. Curtis looked me straight in the eye and said, I'm going to go back in. And the staff said, no. And that's what we're going to do. And so I thought he was going to be ready to go to Monday, and he came to the stadium and was not. So that's where we're at.
And then you get reps for CJ and Parker today. What did you think of their performance?
Yep. I couldn't be happier. I really, really managed the game well. The guys up front helped him with the running game. CA and O'Shawn, a great duo. They controlled the line of scrimmage for pretty much most of the game, but they got a lot done. Again, the Bryce Butler first catch, touchdown. Mason Morgan, true freshman, first catch, touchdown. The nickel dimed him. I thought the play calling, feeding off the defense, unbelievable performance. Third down, we're just totally dominant. And I'm gonna say it. I said it at MAC Media Days. I said after the first couple of games, people are gonna be talking about our defense. I'm on record, and we're after a couple of games, and we're talking about our defense. So again, I'm just excited. We're not perfect. We're not not ready to go yet for league play, but we're working and getting there.
Bobby Keegan with the Post. So you guys obviously entered today after having already played last week, when today was Long Island's first game. So obviously that's a bit of a disadvantage with maybe the team having some fatigue. Did you think that was evident at all on the field, or did you think that it played a factor?
It was a big thing in my pregame to the team. Hey, you're playing a team, just what you said, and we're going to need to get factual information on the sideline. Just a quick thing on Long Island defensively, they made a change with scheme, 3 safeties to 2 safety system midway after their start, and it worked for them. Offensively, made a change of quarterback. They got great skill, and the quarterback can make things happen, and they won their last 4 with a very difficult schedule. You look at who they played. 2 Division I schools, the conference champion, the runner-up, and a top 5 team. And I made those switches with Coach Cooper, and I told him that before the game, that it takes courage to do that, and they're going to surprise people. But we were worried about what we were going to see. They were playing games with us at pregame, but the staff was ready for it. The guys bought in, and we got some good communication on the sideline, and we were able to make some adjustments and get some things done.
Coach Aiden Crowley with WAB. How important was it for you guys just to see CJ after kind of a shaky performance week 0 to gain some confidence back here today with a touchdown, obviously?
He's a warrior mentally. It's a tough week for him. And my heart breaks for him, but because I know how he, he felt terrible, but he is a competitor. And I don't want to put a leash on him where he's afraid about making a mistake. We don't want that. He's a 4th-year player, and we have total trust in him. It was great to get Parker out there, but I know it's a tough week for CJ. And he came out just like we knew he would, and that big smile. I'm happy for him, and I'm looking forward to working with him next week, and Parker as well.
Bobby Gorbett from the Post. It seemed like the running game was a big point of emphasis on offense. How much were you thinking about trying to get the quarterbacks involved in the running game against LIU?
Yeah, it's when you can do it, it puts more pressure on the defense, and that's the type of guy that we recruit. I promise you, Curtis can do those things, but we choose to beat people with his arm. That's his strength. And those two guys can do it both. Even though I know Curtis can run the ball. You've seen it. I mean, he's the fastest quarterback of the group. He's faster than Nathan. And so when you can do those things, we picked up some huge 3rd downs today. It's we're in a pass formation at Tennessee, and we slipped a couple in that was just kept the drives alive, which is a difference in the game. Clock was going, defense was watching, but the guys up front set the tone, and we're probably at our best when we can sprinkle some of those in.
You kind of mentioned in your opening statement kind of the atmosphere around the stadium today, but dating back to last season, 7 straight wins at home now, just kind of how important is that to protect Pete and protect Frank?
I mentioned it in my comments to the team. We're taking the Frank with us on that plane this week, and we're going to go down there and try to get 1-0. But it sure gives us some energy, knowing that our fans are behind us. I said about Director Cromer. I mean, it's home. It's 12th man. I'm gonna say it. It's loud down there. We have to be smart when we're calling things on offense. It's hard to hear because of our crowd, and it's not like that other places.
Coach, obviously we've made a big deal about the depth you've had at the wide receiver room, but no Sam, no Jacoby today. 2 touchdowns from the tight end group. How big was that to get production from that group?
Very exciting. Chase Hendricks got his first start today. He's had a great camp. We knew he was going to be good. He's again a young player like Mason. There's going to be a few mistakes, but like I said about CJ, I don't want to restrict him. I want their mind free. I don't want it frozen up. I want them playing and flying around. And the staff's done a great job with the game plan, and maybe not the whole playbook with some of those young kids, but the plays that are getting called, we all believe in, they believe in, and they're playing fast, and that's got more to do with it than really the skill set. But we get bright future. We got some really, really good young talent on this football team.
And then on the other side of the ball, we just spoke with Bryce. He said they feel like they're kind of trying to prove something. They felt overlooked. Do you feel that on the sideline as a coach when you see that unit go to work?
I won't. I'm not going to comment directly. I want them playing their best on Saturday, and I'll repeat, particularly on defense. I thought after the first couple of games, you're going to be talking about the defense, not so much the offense. They got all the publicity, and that's where we're at. And we're going to keep challenging those guys to keep getting better. But with the number of guys we're playing in the front 7. And then with what's happening in the secondary, Roman, we're gonna get Torrey back. Justin Burchett, Mecca Ryder's gonna play. Young, Kendall Banisher's gonna play. So and Austin Brawley is no longer. We want that sophomore surge from him. He's not a freshman anymore. And Donis is the same thing. We're gonna get him back at some point in time. So it's really, really exciting. We need to play complementary football best that we can. That's going to give us our best chance. I like the special team stuff today. Too many field goals. But it's early and there's nothing that we can't fix. And it's we're on to the next one in 24 hours.